Hi everyone. So let's do a what are you manifesting spread. I like to do these about once a week just to make sure that our manifestations are on track. For those of you who are purposefully manifesting, this is a good way to see if what you're doing is producing any results, but also we're always manifesting all the time, whether we know it or not. And so this is just a good way to do a check-in to see about our manifestations in general. I would like to start by rolling a zodiac dice, not because this is your sign, but I just want to see the energies we're meant to work with because we all embody all of the energies of all the signs at some point. So we have Sagittarius. And so Sagittarius is a very spontaneous, sometimes impulsive type of energy. But they have the highest of ideals. They're very wise. They're very insightful. So I feel like this may be the energy we're working with, maybe a fast working energy, but certainly one with a lot of integrity. So the first card I pulled is the Eight of Cups. So then we have Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, underneath, Temperance, Eight of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, the Chariot. Underneath everything is the Ten of Cups. So this is certainly a good thing to see underneath the deck. So the Ten of Cups is about enjoying everything that you worked for. This is enjoying all the fruits of your labors. This is just being completely satisfied, completely happy, completely emotionally fulfilled. So I like that for you being underneath the deck because I do get the sense that this is a time for you perhaps to just sit back and enjoy the things you've already done, the things you've already worked for. There are things in front of you with the Ten of Cups that you can really enjoy right now. So, but let's look at our spread to see if we can figure out what we're bringing in or what we're manifesting in. We're starting out with this energy of the Eight of Cups. And so it feels to me like you are looking for something else, that perhaps you don't know exactly which direction you're going in, but you know that once you hit the Ten of Cups, it's time to start a new thing. It's time to start a new cycle because the tens are always the end. So it feels like maybe you don't exactly know what direction to go in, but you know you're being called to try something new or find something new. Your near future energy is Temperance. And in this deck, it's art. So it could be that you are ready to create with the universe. You're ready to co-create. The Temperance card is about bringing two elements together to alchemize something new. And so I do really feel like you are looking for that and you're headed towards that. You are moving in a direction where you're trying something new. I just keep getting that. But I also get the sense that this is a time where you're kind of relaxed or you're having fun or you're living in the moment. And so therefore you're able to take this pilgrimage of let me start something new. There's a person in your energy who's showing up in your trigger position as the Knight of Cups. So there may be a romantic person or a romantic interest of yours who you feel like you're not really getting what you wanted from them. This could be a lot of different things, but generally when I see a Knight of Cups in the trigger position, in the challenge position, it really does tell me that you could be dealing with a karmic relationship. So if this person causes resentments or triggers, if there's an intensity in letting them go, if it's turmoil, if it's fleeting, these types of things, that's generally when I would see the Knight of Cups in the trigger position. So it feels to me like there is someone in your life who you're meant to be with in order to untie your own karmic spaghetti. So, but you see yourself as the Eight of Pentacles. So you see yourself as a very hard worker and you're pouring yourself into something. I see you alchemizing in the future. I see you looking for new projects, new things to do. So I think that you it feels to me like you don't have a lot of money blocks, that you're not really stuck as far as that goes, that you feel very stable, but there definitely is some kind of a romantic relationship that's that feels karmic. So your soul is giving you a message about the Queen of Cups. So I do think that your soul is asking you to keep your heart open. That may have to do with this alchemizing, because of course the Temperance card alchemizes fire and water. And the Queen of Cups is the Queen of Water, the receiver of water. So what that's telling me is this is asking you to really stay open when it comes to love, that to make sure that you're getting perhaps clarity about this person, or honor and protect your own energy. I generally tend to say that when I see the Queen of Cups, that don't give up on loving yourself or on loving anyone else just because you're in this karmic situation right now. Because in your environment is the Three of Cups. And that tells me that there is an abundance of people, love, opportunities around you. It doesn't have to be this Knight of Cups person, that there are people around you who want to love you, platonic, familial, and all kinds of relationships around you. The Three of Cups is generally my card of friendship anyway, but these are people who want to be around you, who are interested in you, who want to bring you joy and you bring joy to them. So there are people around you. So I see all this really good stuff in your energy, except perhaps this karmic relationship. And again, karmic relationships are not even bad. They're meant to be there. They're part of your destiny to untie your own karmic spaghetti so that you can heal the wounds and move forward and get bigger energy and grow. It's part of your expansion and your evolution and growth. So, but I see this energy in the past. You have already been this Knight of Pentacles. So it does feel to me like you are, you've already dedicated. And again, we're seeing this Eight of Pentacles, which is giving me the same energy that you have always worked hard. You have always worked hard on yourself. You've always worked hard on your relationships. But now you're making changes. Now you're making choices. You're getting a new strategy when it comes to relationships. And I think it's because this person who's showing up in your trigger position has taught you that. But showing up in your shadow position, we see the Seven of Pentacles, which to me, it feels like you are awakening to the fact that your shadow side doesn't want to fail. So you may be a bit of a perfectionist in some ways, because I am seeing the Knight of Discs and the Eight of Discs. So there could be this feeling where it has to be just perfect before you do it, or it has to be just perfect when you put it out into the world, or whatever that is. So it could be that you don't want to end this relationship because you don't want it to feel like you failed, that you failed a relationship. But I think you are awakening spiritually, because I do see the Temperance card in your near future, that as long as you sit with your shadows, that's the way to enlightenment. So if you sit with the idea that this relationship has failed, then it may be the thing that you need, just to sit with that. And sometimes I will tell people, just set a timer for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and just sit in your own silence, eyes open, just sit. You can lay, whatever, but like just listen for the messages to start to come in, because that it's uncomfortable for a little while. But once you get used to it and you start to understand these messages that are coming in, ask yourself, what if this relationship is a failure? What if this relationship failed? What if I let this go? And then you'll start to see it, and then your spiritual awakening will follow. But I feel like you're already in the process of this spiritual awakening anyway, because you're really focused on these discs. You're focused on working hard, working on yourself, working together with people. We've got the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. So there's this cooperative nature. You get along with everybody. You work hard. You want to make sure it all works. You want to finish the work. You want it to be beautiful. You want it to be perfect. And that's all great. But this person is meant to teach you that it's okay to fail. This relationship may have failed, and that's okay. So here's the good news though. Here's what you're manifesting in. You're manifesting in success with this Chariot card. So I do really feel that you are on your way. You're moving forward. You're doing everything you want to do. You're doing everything you meant to do. You're nurturing yourself. It's like you're birthing almost a new self into the world, especially with this Temperance and the Chariot card. So I'm getting the sense that you are on the right track. Keep moving forward, but it's okay to admit failure, perhaps, when it comes to this relationship, and it's okay to let it go. So I would like to get a couple of oracle cards. Let's start with these. These are my, oh, that's too many. I just dropped those. These are my homemade tarot cards that are like 100 years old. Oh, geez. So, okay, so let's keep shuffling. I haven't used these in a long time. So we have death and we have the world. This is what I just got done saying, that, oh, and look, and then we have the sun underneath the deck. So yeah, you are certainly headed towards good things. And I just said this, you are birthing a brand new self into the world. Well, isn't the death and the world that exact same thing? The death card is an irreversible change in yourself. And I just saw 1111 as I said that. And the world is you completing a cycle, saying that was a failure, but that failure was actually part of your evolution. It was actually part of what was meant to happen. You are birthing a new, very successful, highly successful version of yourself into the world. That is what you are manifesting. So let's get one inner child card. Okay, we got one. This says, seek guidance in this. It is time for a different perspective. And this is falling right on top of this Three of Cups. So there may be people in your energy, friendships, platonic relationships, maybe even other love relationships, people that you can go out and spend time with. But this is asking you to get a different perspective, probably on whatever this karmic relationship is. So there you go. That is our reading. Will you please let me know how this was resonant for you? Consider subscribing to the channel if you like my vibe, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.